I can't keep the front wheel down. Oh my god! He looked like Wallace and Gromit. Oh my god, please stop, please stop, please stop. It's happened again. Oh no! It's blown. I've got no throttle, I've got nothing. Today we are turning my road legal Surron into an absolute monster. We're going to be giving this thing more kilowatts than any bike that I've ever ridden. So let's not mess around, let's jump straight into the video and I'll show you exactly what I've installed and how insane this thing is. Let's jump into it. So, as you've probably seen from the title, this controller is the VTB V9600. It's made by a company called Ventus, and if you're in this whole e-bike world, you would have heard of the Ventus One, one of the most powerful e-bikes on the market at the moment. Now, when I was making this build, I wanted a new controller. Like I've said previously, I am a massive torque fanboy, and I was looking at the TC1000 and then speaking to a couple of friends and knowing a couple of friends that have installed this particular controller on their bikes. They were like, seriously, you need to get involved. It's something else, and the value for money and the power output is unreal. So I thought that I'd keep my other build as a torque build, and this one I wanted to rock as the VTB. So the V9600. Now, depending on when you're watching this video, I'm going to put the price up on the screen now. This is how much the controller cost in the UK. And again, if you're in this whole world of e-bikes, you know that these things are not cheap mods. And when you're spending that sort of money, you really do want the best bang for your buck. So with my bike, I've still got the stock motor. I've also got a 72 volt, 55 amp hour battery. The app actually allows me to go right up to 29 kilowatts.
Actually, after having a look in the app and messing around with some of the settings, I managed to get the bike up to pushing 32 kilowatts.
My bike's never going to take that sort of power. And with the stock motor like I'm running, when you start running around that sort of 15, 16 kilowatt, you are asking for trouble. So, of course, I've put mine up to 17 kilowatts. I think my motor's on the way out anyway. I keep getting errors coming up from the hall sensor, so it does need changing. But the delivery of this controller is like nothing I've ever experienced before. Now, I know there's other people out there pushing boundaries of stupid amounts of kilowatt, but when you start getting up to these numbers, the speed is just ludicrous. I don't know if I'd really want to go any faster than that. There's nowhere I can really ride that fast, and with this bike in particular, I'm still running stock brakes, and there's no physical way I want to be going that fast because this thing just does not slow down very well at all. The takeoff! My brakes are shot, man. So in this video, I'm going to run through what you get for your money. We've already touched on the power, but I will show you in real time what this power is like. I'm then going to tell you where you can buy one, and if you stick around long enough, I'm also going to give you a discount code that is going to save you money. But this is only for the first 5 people that put in this code. So here we go, just in real time, just to give you an idea. We're now cruising at 15 miles an hour, and I can't keep the front wheel down. I thought it was coming off the back then. Hopefully you can still hear me. Got a brake, got a brake. The power delivery is just, I can't even put it into words. It's unbelievable. The front wheel, and I mean this, you have to fight to keep on the floor. I've also got to be so careful because it is so wet on the floor at the moment. But just to give you it again, 13 mile an hour. Oh my god! Oh my! If you could see my face under this helmet, I literally look like Wallace and Gromit trying to hold on for dear life. So in real life, you're looking nearly 3 times the power of a stock Surron, and it just does not matter what speed you are going. It still shocks me how fast this thing picks up. But let's run into some of the other details. So the power is just unreal. I literally cannot put that into words. But the other huge advantage I find with this controller is what you get for your money. Now, I'm just going to switch over onto the other camera just so that you can see the cockpit and my handlebars so that you know what I'm talking about.
So in the box, obviously you get the controller, you get all the connections to wire it up to the bike, and then next up we've got this awesome full LCD coloured display. So on your home screen here, you've got everything that you would normally expect. You've got your miles per hour, you've got the amount of power that you're using, and then we've got down in the bottom the temperature of the motor and the controller. So on the right you can see it says D3, that's the drive mode, so we're in power mode 3 at the moment, and then we can go ahead and change that to drive 1, drive 2, and obviously drive 3. So within the drive mode you've got some sub settings. So as you can see at the top there, it's M1. This is just a throttle response, so I normally keep mine on M1 to M2, but on the controls we can change that up right up to M5. When you get into mode 5, the throttle is so twitchy, it's unbelievable. So you can set it to exactly how you like it. Like I said, I normally just keep mine between 1 and 2. On the left hand side we've got the regen controls. These go up 50 amps at a time. That regen is unbelievably efficient. A couple of times I've accidentally knocked this and let go of the throttle, the bike's almost just stopped itself, and that's just running at 50 amps. So if that's your thing, you can set that regen up, but to be honest with you, most of the time I just keep mine off. A couple of other really cool features. So what we can do is actually put this into a park mode, and what this does, it just completely locks the back wheel. It's almost like having a handbrake for your Surron, and then it will disengage the throttle as well, so I've got no throttle there whatsoever. It's just a really handy function if you're manoeuvring the bike or you're working on it in the garage or something like that. Just to pop it into park, you know you're not going to whiskey throttle it. So other features we've got on the display we can go through. So if I was to link my battery up via Bluetooth, we'd then be able to see all the cell data. Here we've got my battery info, and obviously the cycles. Again, I just need to link this up via Bluetooth. So this is quite cool. On here you can set a maintenance record, so if you want to adjust your chain, brakes, stuff like that, we can set a mileage log, so as soon as that gets down to 0 we know we need to do maintenance on the bike. A really cool feature is you can set timers and lap timers on the display, so if you are on a track you can check out your best times. And after that we've got all your normal functions. We've also got time on here, which is quite nifty. I don't know any other display that shows the time. Your brightness, your volume, tilt sensors, all your updates and calibration, everything that you would expect to see. And as well as this awesome display over here, we've then got the handlebar function. So again, just a really nice touch. You don't have to keep using that display. We can just literally use these with our thumb. So my drive modes, my regen or electronic braking system. We've also got reverse up here as well, again, which is just another really nice feature. Got your horn function up here as well, so if you've got your stock horn on the bike you can use it from here. Next up with the controls, we've then got the awesome thumb throttle regen. Now I'll be putting this to the test later on and you'll see how effective and how efficient that is. But again, I think value for money. There's not many other controllers that are coming with such a decent detailed screen and controls and a regen thumb throttle. But it doesn't stop there. Not only do you get all of this, but it also comes with a brand new throttle. And this was kind of one of the selling points for me, because when I bought this bike, like, the throttle was in need of updating and replacing. So the fact that this controller comes with a brand new one, again, I just think value for money. I don't think you can beat this. But as well as the throttle, you also get brand new grips as well. I did actually purchase new grips when I bought this controller, because I didn't even imagine that it would come with grips as well. But it does. And not only that, they come with the bar ends as well. So just a really nice touch. They've thought of absolutely everything. And just from buying this controller, you've got everything you need and more.
There are still a couple of things that I'm trying to work out, one of which is the speedo. The speedo doesn't seem to ring true. So I used a third-party app, took this out with 100% battery, and I think by the time I've got to a location we were down to about 98. And the app on my phone was telling me that I'd hit 71 mile an hour. Now, I don't know how true or how reliable that app is. It definitely felt way faster than 70 mile an hour, but I can't prove that until I get the speedo sorted. And I think the reason why the speedo isn't ringing true is the fact that I need just to go through the parameters, because I have got different wheels on this, because I have got a different sprocket on this as well. I just need to tell the controller what I'm running. I have looked into it and I do know how to do it. I just have not had the time to get around and actually physically put the settings in. Now, I've had 70 mile an hour out of the TC500, so I would have thought this would have, oh my god, that's the wheel up. I definitely think this would outrun the TC500 if I'm being honest, but something I'm going to look to do in a later video is put both of these head to head and just to see what the outcome is. The next thing I want to talk about, which I really love about this controller, is the app setup. Now, the Torp to me has one of the best app setups And I do feel that the VTB app is definitely a close second. And the only reason I say it's a close second is the Torp app is so unbelievable. It's literally idiot proof. You can't go wrong with it. And I feel with the VTB, it is such a great app, and you can change absolutely every detail of your bike. But you do need to know your way around the app, and you also need to know the parameters of what you're running on your bike. So your battery, for example. There are a couple of preset batteries in the app. So if you do have one of those batteries, you're absolutely fine. Otherwise, you will have to go in and just customize it. It is very easy, and that's the only reason I'd mark it ever so slightly under the Torp, because the Torp does absolutely everything for you. Having said that, the settings that this thing has, when you connect it, get it out the box, you don't really need to go in there and change too much. Once you've set the parameters for your battery, the app does do pretty much everything else for you. And you really don't need to go in and mess around with those settings all that much, because the settings it gives you for mode 1, 2 and 3 are pretty much spot on. I've just gone a little bit stupid and changed it to a slightly higher power setting, but it is going to f*** my motor, don't get me wrong. But we are looking at changing the motor anyway, so why not just go absolutely Mach 10 on it? As you can probably hear, if I full throttle this now, just listen to this noise. So yeah, we are definitely looking into a new motor, and VTB have a whole range of stuff, including batteries and motors. So I'm that impressed with the controller, I may be looking down the VTB motor route as well. Unbelievable scenes on the south coast. It's a strange thing that's appeared in the sky that's really bright and actually quite warm. I have not seen that for some time now. Obviously it's still wet on the floor, but we can't have everything. But yeah, let's just get another POV of how quick this thing picks up. Oh no. It's happened again. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's happened again. Oh, no. It's put so much torque through my motor. It's blown. I've got no throttle, I've got nothing. Oh, I need to change this hall sensor. I don't know why I keep putting it off. Ah, okay. Try the old turn it off, turn it back on trick. I'll give it a second. Cool. We're back in. Yeah, the motor is definitely on its way out. It couldn't even handle that. Anything under at 10 miles an hour, as soon as you pin that throttle, just a horrendous noise comes from the motor. Yeah, not nice at all. Oh my god, every time. Oh my god, please stop, please stop, please stop. That was about 5% brake, and the rest was all the regen. And I don't know if you can hear it, it locks the back wheel up. Unbelievable. I'm so impressed with that regen, it's unreal. But anyway, to summarise, the VTB 9600 controller is something else. What a bit of kit, and what amazing value for money as well. It's unreal. I can't speak highly enough of it. And you've probably seen from the video, it says it's a paid promotion. Now, I didn't get this for free, but I did get it at a slightly more discounted rate. But even without having that discounted rate, I don't think you can grumble that this is not an unbelievable value for money. Now, I said earlier in the video, I would tell you all about the controller and then where you can buy one from. And I've also got a deal just for my subscribers. So if you like what you've seen about this controller in this video, and you want one for your Surron or TALARIA, then you need to head over to WGT Racing's website. I'm going to put it up on the screen now. It's also going to be in the description of this video. And for the first 5 of my subscribers to go to that website and order one of these awesome VTB controllers, you're going to save £50 on your order. The code that you're going to need to put into the website at checkout is FIRST5. The word first and then the number 5 up on the screen now. So make sure you go ahead and order yours. So I'm going to finish the video there then, guys. Stay tuned for future videos, because the way this motor is acting at the moment, I don't think we're going to get away with this one for too much longer. If you've enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.